Alright guys, today I'm going to be doing a voiceover commentary because my audio got messed up while I was recording the game. This is my first time doing anything like this, so I guess we'll just see how it goes. I'm playing a little WARWICK in the jungle today. We're going to go for a pretty basic, tanky build. Start with the, Titanic Hydra and just keep moving from there. I started on my blue because it was bot and I wanted the leash, and I prefer to start blue with WARWICK anyway because that CDR and the mana regen just really helps you out early game when you don't have a very big mana pool. You can see right here that it's only 280. So, I used my Q just a short number of times and bam, I'm out of mana. So I could have gone for a deep vision early game here, but I decided not to because I had forgotten to start recording in OBS before the game loaded, so I had to go do that real quick. Thought I might be short on time, so I decided not to. So I'm sitting here waiting for my blue to spawn. It should here in about 2 seconds. Yep, there it goes. And so now I'm just going to get the leash, and I'm going to try and clear this as fast as possible. And I think my first move here is going to be, my first clear is going to be blue, Gromp, and then probably straight up to my red, and then look for a gank top or mid. That's how I like to do it. I like to clear fast with the double buffs, level 3, and then I can look for an easy picking right there in the beginning of the game. Try and get some momentum going my way. You can see I've already taken my Gromp here. I'm headed up top to take my red. Yep, pathing right there. I check top here just to see the condition of the minion wave and how everything's going up here to see if it's gankable. Now here, I don't really know. It's kind of a stalemate. I see my teammate is actually down a level at the moment and probably down some CS if I checked the scoreboard. So we made it to my red. Just a quick clear. My Q is an auto reset, so I'm always going to try and auto before I Q, and then Q through him, and then auto again before I move and cut it out. So that basically just gets as much DPS as possible. Also, I like to take W second because the Q first because it gives me a little more utility, some movement and some healing and a little more damage as well. But then my W also makes my clears faster because once the creatures get below half health, I get a attack speed buff, and then once I get below 25 or 20% health, I think it is, I get a huge attack speed buff. So I just do that to try and make my clears a little faster, and you don't really use E in your jungle anyway. Because you have pretty good sustain with WARWICK. He's my favorite champion to play right now. So I gank top after that, just like we talked about. Pretty easy kill. Now I'm looking at WARWICK, and I'm like, or Yasuo, and I'm like, I don't know. He looks a little strong. My laner isn't really winning anything. It just doesn't look winnable for me because I know he also has a lot of dashes, a lot of escape, and I'm not really built for, chasing anyone down just quite yet. I'm not fast, I don't have boots, my W is low level, so I just decided to go back to clear and level up, get something done here. Now I'm going to come to the river to look mid again, but I see my laner's losing, so I'm going to look for Scuttle, and there it is. That means whoever their jungler is, I can't quite remember at this moment in time, got it. Now, Kane, there he is. Now I queued through that Scuttle to try and not only heal because I was kind of low on health, but also because I wanted to push it back towards, because it runs away from you, I wanted to push it back towards the mid lane just in case Yasuo was gankable then. And I got Yasuo, or Kane here, but I ended up not being able to get out of the tower beforehand. But I think, even though he's up on me some CS, I think it was definitely worth right there. It's not something I would necessarily do again, but I'm not too upset by it. It didn't put me back. Because now I get to come straight out here with my speed buff from respawning. I have new items, and I'm just going to go back to clearing. I think, I start up here with my wolves. Wolves and raptors and krugs all get a heck of a lot easier once you get your team map. Not only because of the active, but also because kind of an area of effect thing with your basic attacks now. So any damage you do also affects the surrounding creatures. So I didn't get Scuttle top. It was kind of disappointing. Kane jumped out on me. I should have let him alone. Well, here he is, trying to take this Scuttle too. I got this one. Kane, I thought he was in that bush, but I think he E'd back through the wall. So I just kind of let him be, and I see Yasuo's low on health, so I come in here to try and make a pick. I W on him. I probably didn't need to. I'm going to Q through here just so he can't get away and fear him back towards my teammate. You see it was a pretty easy kill. Nothing much to that. Just basic Warwick mechanics. Now I'm going to come up here and try and finish that scuttle because I doubt Kane got it. And, well, I know Kane didn't get it because I killed him. So I'm trying to get double scuttle here for some vision, some XP, some gold. It's just, it's a win-win. It's a power play. It really gives you some map presence. Now I see Riven has her ult because she's level 6, and my teammate is 2 levels down at this point. But the wave is kind of in my favor, and I felt like I could have gotten her. I'm still trying to learn the matchups because I'm not very, far along in this. So I didn't realize that she had a stun. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going to come in here and try it again. I go here because I had full health and she didn't, but she stunned me again and ended up getting away with it. I was really tilted off that, to be honest with y'all. But I get my jungle item for that blue smite, and that's not going to happen again. I probably should have gone red smite here, but I just got in the habit of getting blue because it was recommended, and, I'm a noob. So I really I got to start paying attention to that and getting my red smite rather than my blue smite. So I'm coming up here to clear my raptors. I've got my Tiamat now. I'm ready to do that. And Yasuo is pushed up under tower, so I'm clearing close to mid. That way, in case when my laner gets out here, it looks like a good gank, then I'll take it. Or maybe if Yasuo gets stupid, stays under tower too long. I kind of played stupid here. I didn't check mid. I didn't move my camera there. I just moved straight up to my Krugs. I think I was looking for level 6, though. So it's probably a better decision to clear here anyway, because I really need to get my ult. That'll give me a huge advantage in fights with the CC, with the dash. It'll also help me be able to escape. So my ult really has a lot of utility to it, and it's very powerful. Now I see Riven's low, and she's recalling. I actually think I called it out in the game. I was playing with my dad. And she's down here, and then, she got me again. I kind of underestimated the amount of damage that my ult would do. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I think she might have popped a shield or something. I could probably go back and check, but whatever. So I'm waiting to respawn. I'm looking top. Garen's just getting back out. I think he had just been killed. And then Riven was going to recall because, she won that fight, and it's time for her to go buy items so that Garen doesn't come back with a buy advantage and beat her. I see my blue buff is back up, so I'm coming down to my bottom jungle to get that, and I also know the bottom scuttle is about to be back up. I haven't ganked bot lane. I don't even think I've looked there. It just hasn't looked very, optimal for a gank. They've been pushed up under the enemy tower, and I can't really dive at this stage in the game. So I've just kind of left them alone. They're not playing it too well. I take my Gromp here and then probably move to the river to scuttle. No, probably move up to my red. I don't think I paid attention to scuttle here, sadly. I use my smite just to get that clear faster, get it down below half health, and get that attack speed buff. My wolves are up, so I think I'm just going to go for a full clear here. Just, get some levels, get some gold. Set myself up for a mid-game power spike. I see there's low health here in the bot lane following my blood trail. And then Draven is really low, so I'm like, I gotta take advantage of this. So even though Yuumi gets on him real quick, bam, I just Q through and get him really easily. That was not difficult at all. My ult is up in 7 seconds, so I think I stick around to try and see if I have a diving opportunity for Yuumi. And she definitely looks like she wants to fight me, and she's a level down and half health. And I'm full health, level up. I think, okay, I'm just going to come up around here. She's going to think I left, get a little more confident. Oh, but then Kane jumps me. I dump my ult right into the wall and try and run away because I missed it. Just didn't set myself up there there. Really still working on my mechanics. I used a bad Q here, I think. I probably should have Q'd when it was moving more straight instead of sideways because then I just scared it in a bad direction. Now I move up mid here. I think I get the kill on Yasuo if I remember correctly. Honestly, I probably should have gone bot again. Not going to lie to you. No, I didn't get the kill on Yasuo here. I ran away because he was level up, and I didn't want to get hit by his tornado knockup and get wrecked. Because he also had the minion wave, so any damage I did to him was really just going to screw myself over because I'm not that tanky at the moment. So I come up here to clear my raptors, working towards level 8. Just getting my clearing, getting some gold. I'll probably look top here because Riven is under our tower, so she can't really run away quite as easily. I grab my red real quick, and I see Garen's headed back out to lane. So I'm going to grab my red, I think, and then I move in on Riven. Could be Krugs here. Yeah, I think I take my Krugs and then go. So you can see while I'm still low level, I always hit the little Krug once and then go in on the big one, because that means that allows my Tiamat to end up killing both of them roughly the same time. I think it just makes it a little faster, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. I see she's level 10, and I'm like, not here for that. So I decided to go River, and then I think I saw her half health and pushed up, and I was like, okay. So I ult in just for some engage. Probably a bad decision. Probably should have just ran up to her and then saved my ult for like right about here. Even though, yep, I did get my Q, and then I'm trying to get her for some reason. It's hard as hell. I get up there, I use my Tiamat just for that little bit of AoE because I can reach her, but my basic couldn't, and I ended up dying again. I think this really just shows, how new to the game I am. I keep dying to tower dives and not to champions. It's kind of embarrassing. But I'm still maintaining a positive KD here. I'm really hoping to be able to do something later in the game, or in the middle of the game, I think, because 12 minutes is still pretty early on. You can see I just built another item towards my Titanic Hydra, and I think that one gives me 15 AD as well as 200 health, which is huge. More attack damage and a nice big health buff. So I'm really excited for that. I'm coming down here to get my Gromp, and I come bot because I want to look bot for a gank. I want to look mid for a gank. I just ganked top, so I'm coming down here just to try and spread the love. I don't know how, strategic that is or what. I decided to follow the blood trail, it looks like here, and I think Yasuo's low in the mid lane. I'll probably move to the river. Yeah, I move through the river because I like to come out in front of him instead of showing way too early and letting him run away. I think I see him run out right as this bush. I might wait for a minion wave or some kind of engage. I just decided to pop my W, get that speed buff. He tanks a tower shot here, and then she charmed him. You know what? I'll give her that one. She sat under tower for most of it, but that charm really got him. I think I could have got him anyway, but, good teamwork, and I didn't lose any health from it. It gives me an assist as well. Good play in the mid lane there. So I, once again, come up here, clear my Raptors, just trying to get golden XP. You never want to stop doing stuff as a jungler. You need to keep going, because you can get behind really quick in the jungle if you're not constantly clearing or ganking. If you just spend all your time running around, it's not going to be efficient, and you're going to probably lose a lot of your games. We did end up losing this one, but I played pretty well, so I decided to go ahead and see it. So I thought Riven was going in on Garen here, but she was actually getting the tower, which works out for us because Garen still has a lot of health in this situation. So I think I used my E just because I think it gives you a slight speed buff, and the fear slows her down. And then I blue smited her for the 25% slow and Q'd through for the kill. I think Garen ended up getting it. Maybe not. And then I decide, you know what? We've just had 2 big kills on the map. They're feeling weak. They're feeling sad. I'm going to take Rift Herald. I wanted to go and drop it top immediately, but I think I ended up hanging on to it just because stuff didn't work out so well. But you can see, 14 minutes into the game, and I'm soloing Rift Herald with WARWICK and not really losing health. WARWICK has insane sustain in the jungle. You can keep your health up really high. You can heal really well off of your camps. So I love playing WARWICK in the jungle. It's just, I don't know, it really synergizes with my playstyle, I think. So I see the tower up here, half health. But Garen's not there, so I didn't really want to drop it in case they came to try and stop the Herald. So I just left it as it was. So now here I think I see Riven, and I'm not sure what I'm thinking. I'm wasting time, just like I was talking about not doing. So take a lesson from me and don't do that. I come down here because I see the Blood Hunt trail, and it's nice. I pick up 21 gold, and I get enough XP just from the minion to get to level 11 and upgrade my ult. Now, I think I start Dragon here because CDR is Warwick's best friend, and if I can get this 10% CDR from this, I think it's a Cloud Dragon, then, that's just a really great play for me and for my entire team, to be honest. So I'm coming here to solo Dragon. Kane pops out and ambushes me, but my Tiamat gets the Dragon because my ult counts as a basic attack, I think, and then Kane ulted inside of me to try and save himself, but it really didn't pan out. He came out with next to no health, and I just stood next to him and watched him fall. So that was a really good play on my part. And if you look at my KDA, you can see I'm starting to snowball a little bit. Also because I have 2,400 gold that I'm sitting on. I probably ought to base here, but I think I just forgot. I was caught up playing. Also, you can see the red buff gives even more healing. Ari just got a kill on Yasuo here, which is really big for us. I pinged the thumbs up. That's a good play. That's great. Hopefully she can get that under tower and start chipping away there. I think I start moving top here to try and place the Herald. I see Garen's got the tower right where we want it, but then he gets mob blocked. He's definitely new. He didn't realize he was gonna end up dying to the tower there, but that's all right. That's all right. He's got time to respawn and get out here. I'm gonna take Scuttle and then probably move to my red or maybe back down bot. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I'll move up into my jungle and take my red real quick while I'm waiting on Garen to come back. That's what it looks like. That's really good. My red is about to run out already. I'm not sure how I got that. Oh, I think I got it from Kane when I killed him. But yeah, so I take my red. You can see my clear was really fast right there. And I see Garen is up, so I'm coming up here to take my Krugs. And while he gets out to lane, that way I can drop it. Or maybe I don't take my Krugs. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. Oh, okay, it's probably to clear the wave and just get us some minions under the tower to help with the Herald. Yep, so that worked out. I don't know why I started moving bot there again. Once again, just wasting time. Bad on my part. Shouldn't do it. Yep, just clearing this wave. I got the cannon. That's great. I got all the minions. I think I got all of them. So I come over here to drop the Herald. Wait for the minion wave to get under. Or maybe I take this tower and then drop the Herald on the secondary. Or the tier 2 tower. Yep, so I'm clearing this wave, just trying to get as many minions on my side as possible. I see the minions are still up back here, but I didn't have time to come get the gold. Kind of sad. Wish I could have gotten the CS, but it is what it is. Now you see I'm still moving down here. Trying to place my Herald because I see it's about to expire. So I place it there. We have a nice big minion wave here with us. With a lot of casters, they do a lot more damage. So you can see I've spawned my Herald here, and we should get this tower. It shouldn't really be a problem. No one's here to contest us quite yet. So I think we grab this tower and then a piece of the next one. You can see Kane ran up. I try to go where he's going to come out so I can instantly start attacking him. But, I ult in on him because he ran back away. And he's inside of us again, and he decides to dip out. And I see I'm not going to win that because my Garen is really low level at the moment. And Riven and Yasuo both had mastery levels on their champions, so I know that they know what they're doing. So I think I try and dip out here. It's just not a good play to try and stay there. Try and preserve the KDA and not let them get too fed because I feel like I've probably got shutdown gold on me right now. So I go to recall. I see Riven right here. Bad decision. I go to engage her. I don't know why I did it, but I did. So I'm taking Riven, not doing it well. Then I kind of turn the tide here with that Q because it heals me up a lot. And it does a good chunk of damage there. And then I get her, but then Yasuo and Kane jump me. And sadly, I go down. And I did have shutdown gold, so Kane unfortunately got a good chunk off of that, and that helps him by now. I finished my Titanic Hydra, and I think I go straight for my Thornmail because they have a lot of AD champions on their team. And I wanted that damage to be reflected, and it made me a little more tanky. Now here I go to stack my armor. I buy one, and then I try and figure out how to get my red smite because I realized, too little too late that that's not what I wanted, was the blue smite, and I wanted the red smite, but I couldn't quite figure it out in time. So I think I just ended up ducking around, waiting for the respawn timer. And I think I grab one more armor here and then dip out because I'm trying to stack armor and it'll build into something later on. I think my Dead Man's Plate. is what I built after Tabby. And it'll help me a little bit, right there just in the moment in this round of going out. So I come up here top, try and help my Garen out. He dropped his ult right there kind of stupidly. Used it like as an attack rather than an execution. You should really save your Garen ult for an execution. So I come up here, I try and wrap around. I see he's going to push forward, and I just pop out right here. I ult him for the CC and get some damage in. Yep, I pop my E just for reduced damage, and I was going to fear him if he was able to heal off of us or something. I take my Krugs, just once again, trying to be fast, trying to be efficient, and move through my jungle quickly. So I've got the clear. You can see it gets a lot faster once you get Tiamat, and especially once you get your Balmy Cinder or your Cinder Hulk. Cinder Hulk really is super powerful right now in Season 10. It gives you a huge health buff, and that burn just ends up doing a lot of damage at the end of the day. So I come in here, I clear my Raptors. That was insanely quick. Didn't even have to drop my Hydra active, which I previously was doing with the Tiamat, just to speed up clears. I come in here to invade. I think I'm trying to get his blue buff, because, like I said, blue buff is huge for Warwick, the CDR, the mana regen. You can see my mana is already fairly low, and I actually just got out of spawn, out of the fountain. So I come up here to try and help Garen out with this fight, but then I decide, nope, Garen's dead, so I try and run away. Probably should have turned back into the jungle, but it is what it is. So I start running away here. Take the same path as last time. Hopefully I don't make another dumb decision here. I see Yasuo chasing, so I just continue to run. I think I ended up going mid here to group with the team and try and get some impact here in the lane. No. I ended up pathing to Dragon because I wanted that. I see the blood trail. Draven here from the bot lane is running away with low health, so I think I chase after him. With that movement speed buff, there's really no running away from Warwick. He's too fast. You can't beat him. So I come up here, he turns back into the bush after Yuumi pairs with him. But, at this point, he has such low health and I have such high damage and such high health that he really can't dodge that one. So I come down here looking for Yuumi. I pop my W just to track her, but she isn't there, and somehow my W didn't go on anybody right now, which is kind of weird. I think it's kind of buggy. I'm not sure what happened there. But I come in here. My health is really low right now, so I'm trying to play back and see if I can heal up on something. I think I heal up on Scuttle. Yep, there it is. So I come to Scuttle just to get a little health back. I see Kayn going into the Dragon Pit, so I know he's about to jump me. He's got Yuumi on him. Luckily, I dodge his W because that can chunk your health really quick, or at least doesn't set you up properly. I see he's trying to run away, but I really want this, so I pop my W, so I get the movement speed buff, and I think I go for a dive here. I wrap back around, or maybe don't. I think, so I'm going for the dive, but then I see Draven and Yuumi, and I know Kayn is under that tower, so I decide to try and dip out, I think is what my thinking is. I don't want to lose here. So I take the red just because I want that healing and the slow burn effect when I do damage to enemies. It's a great buff. Obviously, that's why people want it. See, Kayn shows himself, but then runs away. I don't know if he was scared or what. But Riven's coming here mid lane. She's a level up on me, and 3 and 4 levels up on my teammates here. But 3v1, Riven doesn't win, especially when I chunked her damage like that, especially with the CC right there from my ult. She got below half health really quickly. So, Riven, we killed her there. She's got 40 seconds left on our respawn. And they're looking for a team fight mid, it looks like. They're playing careful. Yuumi drops her ult here. Kind of a waste, because we didn't really push up in it. I think I'm coming top to try and get Yasuo, because I don't know if Garen's going to be able to kill him. He hasn't played, great, but he hasn't played entirely terrible throughout this game. So, I didn't know it was kind of a wild card. I think I ended up taking my red just because the timer was already halfway down on the one that I had taken from Kayn's jungle. So I come up here, and then I probably take my Krugs really quick, I think. Yep, I grab my Krugs really quick, looking for level 15. Level up my E. I'm trying to get to level 16 as quick as possible so that I can max my ult. That's really important for me just because I use Warwick's ult so much. It's such a utility. It's such a great spell. So I come up here to try and push the top lane with Garen because I know that their base tower, their tier 3 tower in that top lane is low, but I think I decided to recall because I have 2200, and I wanted to get my Tabby and start building my Dead Man's Plate. So you can see I got Tabby, I got armor, and I got a Giant's Belt. So this is a really big move for me. I'm a lot more stacked than I was. You can see I'm walking out of here with 3,300 health now, which is kind of crazy. I don't know what I'm sitting here for. I think my dad was asking me like how to properly buy items or something like that. It's something weird. So then I start to run out, trying to make a play. I see they're team fighting mid. I'm not quite sure why I'm headed top here. I probably should have gone down mid, try and made a pick there and help my team. Because I have a lot of engage, especially with my ult and my Q up. And the blue smite and the Titanic Hydra, so I could slow them. I definitely start pathing down here now. I think I take my Raptors really quick while I wait to see if there's a moment where I can jump in really easily, Try and wait to see if we can really facilitate a fight right now. I move into the river, kind of like my ganking path, but I see that she sees me, so I move back, and then she runs down, so I move back into the river. Lux ulted, Riven's rooted, and it doesn't matter to her because she decided to run away anyway. I used some CC here on Riven trying to get my team to engage, but it seems like they're a little busy with, it looks like Draven up there. Probably Yasuo. I get Draven right there, pretty easy, just queued right through him. And you can see with all the armor that I built and the massive health bar, the tower shots really don't do all that much. Now, Kane's up here with Yuumi, but I don't really care about him, I would engage anyway. I popped my E there because if we kept fighting, the fear would have definitely allowed me to kill him. I'm headed back up top to play against Yasuo. I have no idea how Garen won that. But you know what? He did. I think Yasuo was probably playing a little stupid there. Probably didn't utilize anything properly because he thought Garen was too weak. So Garen outplayed Yasuo here, which is great for us. I just decided to clear my Krugs while I'm here. And then Garen died to Raven here, but she's level 16 and I'm not. I really just didn't think that I would win that 1v1 because I think she's even more tanky than I am. So I get rooted by Yumi's ult here, and he moves in, but this really isn't a good play for him because my team is here and his team is not. So I come in with the ult, I get him, and then we start chasing Yuumi, but Riven rotated down from the top lane. I'm trying to do what I can to catch up. I think I popped my W here, yep, right there, for that increased movement speed, because if I can get to them, my team can get to them. But Yuumi, unfortunately, has speed buffs of her own that she can apply to her allied champion, and I get exhausted, so it slows me down. Kind of a waste of my W, sadly. But we go looking for them, and we see that they're in the mid lane here. Yuumi splits off. I think she thinks Riven's going to die. I get a little hit on Riven there, and then I head back up to try and get Yuumi because I don't want her to kill my my teammate here. So I'm moving up on her. She's pretty low. I pop my W just for that movement speed because I know just like that right there, she can buff her movement speed as well. Okay, so I'm chasing Yuumi here through the river. I'm obviously going to catch up. I pop my E just so I get the fear off, but unfortunately she went out of range because, I had a little bit of misclick movement right there. I don't move my camera off because I'm trying to move back to my team here. I get caught up right in the middle of the three of them. I thought I was going to die here, but, I try and make the play anyway. My health bar gets down to like one hit, and then I queued and then immediately ulted onto Riven. That way I could just do a serious amount of burst damage and heal back a lot. Now I queued through Kayn here to try and avoid the Yuumi ult, and I ended up killing him from it. And then obviously with my blood trail, it's just a matter of time before I catch up to Yuumi. And that's a nice clean triple for y'all. So right now I'm 13-5 and 4. I don't really do too much. We're already 30 minutes into the game. I decided to recall because I have 3,200 almost. I grab my Dead Man's Plate and start looking for my last item. I think I decided to go for a Guardian Angel here, yep, because I just wanted that, respawn utility right there. I grab my BF Sword for another 40 damage. It just seemed like the most cost-efficient item that I could get because I only had one slot and I had plenty of cash, so why not grab the BF, if anything, there. So here, I think I just kind of lost track and didn't realize that they were really pushing top and infiltrated our base. But we got Yasuo anyway, and I cleared out the minions. I think I came up here to try and clear the next wave as well, just to try and shove it back out to the mid area, because it really just wasn't looking good. So I was just trying to make it a little more difficult for them, for the wave to just stay in our base. I wanted to push it back out so it would freeze around mid, or maybe even on their side. I think I decided to go down in the river here. No, I found the super minions. I dropped the smite here just because they have super high health, and I'm trying to be quick so I can get back to my team in case a team fight breaks out there in mid. Garen TP's here, so I decided to work with him, and maybe we can come down and take this inhib here, or at least this tower. I figure if we can make this play on top and mid, then maybe they'll have a little more pressure to stay in base. So we get through this wave as well. Nice, smooth, easy, good stuff. Okay, so we're pushing under tower here, and I see that my team is, they've been fighting mid, and my Lux just died. My Lux was probably my best teammate. I ended up queuing into the Yuumi ult this time, kind of a bad play here, but I ult just to avoid any further CC at the moment, and then decided to run away because my Garen died, and it's just not looking good. There's 3 of them. There's 4 of them here right now, and 1 of me. I should already be dead. Oh, it turns out all 5 of them are here. I almost 1v5 these guys, to be honest. You can see how long it takes them to kill me. Just all that healing and that tank damage, and that tanking damage that Warwick can do. I really love this champion. Maybe if I was better, I could have won that 1v5. So I see my team is fighting mid, but the situation top isn't looking very good, so I'm not quite sure what I do here after I respawn. I still have 30 seconds left, so I think I just kind of sit and watch, and I don't even know yet what I'm going to do in the game. I'm checking out here, looking at what my teammates bought, looking at what they bought, checking CS. You can see I have the highest CS. That's good for me because it means I've got a lot of gold in my pockets. You can see I'm almost fully built, or I am fully built now. I think, if I'm not, I'm the only fully built player in the entire game at the moment. And I'm almost max level, so I'm trying to be, the carry for my team. I'm 2 levels up on my entire team, and the only one who can rival me right now is Riven. But, what can I do if my team can't hold up their end of the deal? It's kind of hard to 1v5, 2v5, So I'm coming down here mid, just trying to shove it in because I see we have inhib, and I'm trying to go for the Nexus turrets. So I know I have a wave right behind Lux. I'm trying to clear this one out before that one can get here. Just utilize my time to the best of my ability. These are both super minion waves, so I was feeling good, but then I saw that they had a super minion wave and a cannon wave spawn, and I kind of backed out because I didn't know how quickly my minions would be destroyed from under the tower, and I didn't want to tank any tower shots right now. That doesn't set me up very well. So I see Riven running in here behind us, and I'm like, okay, we can win this 1v2, it's pretty easy. But I start running away just to get out from underneath the tower. Lux goes and blows her ult right there. I'm not sure if that was worth it. She drops the shield, and I see Draven comes out here too. They have Baron. It's just not looking great, but I feel like I can do it. So I come back in to engage, pop my W, and I get in there. I drop my ult right there. Q through the flash. That's another thing I love about the Q. I go ahead and grab Draven easy. You can see how little the tower shots do to me. I planned on killing Riven there and then going in on the turret, but it turns out they had 3-manned our top lane and ended up just taking over. My teammates, kind of looked like chickens with their head cut off there at the end, so kind of sad, but it is what it is. Played a good game. What can I do?